Welcome back to the channel, everybody. If you're new here, welcome. I'm going to be going over our M1 Finance Dividend Portfolio today. I've made some pretty big changes and also have added over $1,000 to the account today, so I'm going to be going over all that in detail. First, as always, I'd just like to give a little background of the channel and how it's doing. Right now we're at 148 subscribers, so we're up 3 from yesterday. I really appreciate all you who've subscribed. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and be notified when I put out new videos in the future. You can see here in the last 28 days, we're up 250% in watch time. We're almost to 4,000 watch time minutes. We're almost to, we're at 1,600 views in the last 28 days. So I'm really thankful everyone who's been watching, commenting, and liking. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm and gets our videos promoted to more people. So thank you. So as you guys may or may not know, the market has been crashing pretty heavily lately. Instead of being scared and trying to sell and do that kind of thing, I really think when the markets are crashing and everything's in the red, you got to go the opposite direction that everyone else is going. When they're scared and they're selling off, that's usually a really good opportunity for you to get some cojones and go in heavy and buy when the market's tanking. You want to buy low, sell high. So as you can see here, we still have our normal scheduled deposit every week of $70, $10 per day. But as of today, I invested another $1,000 to bring our account from $1,000 to $2,000. So we doubled the account again today. I know it's a small account, but it's still cool to be able to double your account in a day. Basically, I've been saving up over the last couple of years. I was not much of an investor. I'm starting to change up my ways and get into investing pretty heavily. So it's nice that I have some of this money saved up in just a basic savings account, but at the same time, it's kind of a shame that I haven't been earning the interest and the earnings on those savings that I should have been. So that's something for you guys out there watching these videos. If you've been saving up money, maybe now it's time with the market down a little bit to add in a little bit. You don't need to go in heavy. You don't need to be throwing in your entire life savings or anything. But start up an account with $100. I have a link in my description for M1 Finance. I have my exact portfolio in there. If you're interested in that, you can basically use exactly what I'm doing if you think what I'm doing is good, or you can just use the link and make whatever portfolio you want. If you put in just $100 to start the account, you're going to get a free $10 when you sign up under me, and I'll get an additional $10 in my portfolio, so it'll be helping me out grow as well. I've also decided to remove some slices from the pie. So you can see here, I've removed VYM, VIG, and VUG. Basically, the reason why I removed these is because I'm going to be starting up a Roth IRA, and I'm going to be putting those funds into my Roth IRA, focusing mostly on monthly dividends for this account to try and boost up that passive income on this personal account. The reason why I removed all these slices here is so that I could focus more on the monthly dividend passive income aspect of this account and focus more on the diversified long-term set and forget on my Roth IRA. So I'm going to be showing you kind of the two different trading styles you can do, and I'm sure there's hundreds more, but those are the two that I'm going to be doing on my channel. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. I'm going to be showing you exactly how I plan on growing these accounts and showing you exactly how much I'm making off the dividends as well. So if you go here, you can see that the next trading window happens in 15 hours and 45 minutes. I'm going to be selling off these 3 positions, 1, 2, 3, and then that is going to be reinvested into the 4 positions I'm deciding to hold. So basically, I'm deciding to split up my account into these 4 different ETFs and stocks. This is actually a REIT, and these are all ETFs. So I'm going to be doing just 25% in each, making it really simple to follow, really simple to understand. So if we go over to holdings, you can see what the account's looking like at this exact moment. As you saw earlier, this VIG, VUG, and VYM are all going to be sold off tomorrow and reinvested into these 4 different holdings. So let me just give you a quick overview of what those 4 holdings are and why I've chosen these. The first one is Invesco S&P 500 High Dividend Low Volatility ETF. If we go over here to view SPHD details, gives you a little profile overview. The main reason why we like this one is for this high dividend yield. It's got a 4.24% dividend yield. If you click over here on the 5-year chart, you can see all the dividends this company. So if you click over here on the 5-year chart, you can see all the dividends that this ETF has paid out on a monthly basis. You can see here it's also grown 35% on top of this dividend. When you factor in both that 4% dividend yield as well as this growth, it's actually a really solid earning ETF, and it's going to be one of the mainstays of our portfolio. So if I go back over here, let me go back again and show you the other one. So this is Spider Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF. The other reason we really like this one was to get some. The reason I really like this one is because it's a lot of the really solid blue chip companies in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. If we click here on the details, you can see it has over 30 holdings. It has a little bit smaller dividend yield of 2.1%, but it has a lower expense ratio, and if you click here, you can see it's had really phenomenal growth over the last 5 years. It's 56.58%. So it's got 56.58% return over the last 5 years, so it's over 10% a year. And then you throw this dividend on top, it's just icing on the cake. So you can see this one's also a monthly dividend payer, so I'm really just loading up on these monthly dividends. I just want to make my account really simple. I'm just going to be almost treating this account as like a savings account, basically putting in $10 a day from my day job, as well as whatever money I can make online through passive income like the dividends, as well as YouTube income, affiliate income, and all those things like that. I'm going to be putting this into this account to just kind of grow it and have it compound over time. So now you see those first two holdings I'm focusing on. They're both at 25% of my overall portfolio. And then here we're going for a big growth play here. This is called PowerShares QQQ Trust Series 1. So this is stock ticker QQQ. If we go over to details, I'm focusing a lot on these monthly dividend payments and more of the higher yield. So I wanted to get one good offset of just a strong growth ETF, and this is one of the best ones that I've found from my research. So if I go over here, you can see the top holdings, Microsoft and Apple. So if I go over to the 5-year chart for QQQ, you can see here this amazing growth that this ETF has produced. 91.21% for the last 5 years. So that's closing in on 20% year after year growth on this ETF. It's really good. That's pretty much the main reason we've added it. It's also got a 0.82% dividend yield, so it's pretty small, but it pays quarterly, and it'll just be a nice addition to have to this portfolio. And then last but not least, I've added this Realty Income Corporation. I'm making this a pretty big portion of the portfolio as well at another 25%. You know, as you guys have seen, I've already changed up my account a lot. Since the account's still pretty small, it doesn't really affect it that much to be doing some changes. Basically, I'm dialing the philosophy and type of investing that I want to be doing on this channel. I want to make what I'm doing really simple. So if I focus on just 4 ETFs, it makes it really easy to follow. I'm going to be getting really solid monthly income from this portfolio as it starts growing and paying me more dividends, which I'm going to be reinvesting into the account over the lifespan. So it's got good potential to grow. You can see we're focusing both on growth and dividend yield. I don't necessarily like focusing just on the dividend yield. I think that you should be focusing on both growth and yield. So with that, we have Realty Income Corporation to give us some diversification into real estate. Basically, we click over here on the stock ticker is just O, Realty Income Corporation. We click on the 5-year chart. You can see these beautiful monthly dividends have been growing year after year after year. And also, over the last 5 years, this REIT has averaged 59% over the last 5 years. Basically, this company focuses on commercial properties and triple net lease retail properties. This is a very well-known ETF that a lot of people invest in. It has over a $21.8 billion market cap, and it also has a pretty high dividend yield of 3.94%. That's been known to go up on average every single year. So I added this one, put a heavy chunk of our portfolio into it. We're going to be focusing on just these 4 for now. As we grow, we may add some more. We may change up this. Allocation, but as of now, this is what I'm going to be doing. I think it'll be really good to focus on that, get that monthly payment started going, get them going strong. With that being said, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching this channel. It really means a lot. I'm having a lot of fun putting up these videos and investing. So if you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Peace.